Hey everybody, welcome back to Archery Common for another little segment here. So you guys might have caught the unboxing of this little thing right here. It's a draw weight scale. Got this thing off of Amazon. Just had a little bit of a chance before I started this video just to take out the little tab that you got to take for the battery and stuff like that, so I wouldn't have to be doing it on video. There's a lot of these out there. Price ranges from anywhere from $8 to, I think the most expensive one I saw on Amazon was like 80 or 90 bucks. This one in particular is the brand Mojiju. I know it's a funny name. All of them had a funny name. Even the $90 one had a kind of a funny name. Couldn't barely pronounce it. It is what it is. So what I would like to say though, when I was doing my research for these, is all of them had good reviews and some bad reviews, like you're gonna get on every product. But one thing that did stand out is all of them, every single one of them, from the $8 one to the $90 one, had at least one review, not a bunch, just maybe like one that somebody posted that said that they actually had this thing, or each particular model, break in their hand while they were drawing the bow. So it basically cracked in the back, or the hook came out from the weight, but it broke in their hand. And so just want you to be aware of that. Once again, I don't know what these people were doing with this thing. It does have a max weight that you pull. I believe each of them run from 100 pounds to 110 more or less, I think was the most. When you're shooting these bows, the compound bows, you're basically going to be going up to maybe like, I don't know, 70, 80 pounds at most, I think. I don't even know about the 80 pounds, but anywhere typically in that range from 50 pounds to about 70 more or less, I think is the average, or 75, 80. So I don't think you should really exceed what this thing can do. So I went with the $12 model. It's pretty good. I mean, it seems like it's pretty solid. I thought it was going to be a little bit more hollow, but it's actually pretty solid. It feels solid in the hand for being plastic. All of them are going to be plastic. I think there was one that had a metal back, but it was a lot thinner than this one. So basically it's a very simple design. I like this one because it has a max weight and it has a hold weight. So it has two different weights it'll give you. And it's basically a one button operation. You basically click it on and you're already set up. If you want to change from kilos to pounds, that's another click. And just like that, it's a very simple operation. Once again, what you're going to need when you're setting it up. So I got a little miniature screwdriver, one of these micro screwdrivers. You're going to need a Phillips one. If you just open up the back where the battery's at and pull out the little plastic tab, it will not pull out just by pulling it. You do have to take out the little screw in the back, the Phillips with a micro screwdriver. Once you pull that tab out, the battery, you pop it in and you put the cap back on, screw it back down, and it turned right on. It's ready to go, zeroed already. So I'm gonna go ahead and be trying this real quick for you with just one of my old backup bows. It doesn't have too much poundage on it. I really didn't wanna, go crazy and just, start out video with that. So just so you can get a sense of how this thing works, and this is actually my first time trying it out. We'll give it a go. So I wanna make sure, because you know how it goes with the arrows. You got to make sure you got an arrow to shoot, to draw this thing back. You don't want to accidentally have that thing fail or something fail, especially this is not actually an actual release. So I wouldn't want something to go wrong and dry fire this thing. So make sure you always have an arrow in your bow when you're checking the draw. So we'll go ahead and try this out. Very simple. It's already on, and you're going to hook it on very similar to a thumb release. And the feel is kind of like a thumb release, so that's kind of nice. I did like that design. The bulkier one, the one that was like 80 or 90 bucks, it was a lot bulkier than this, and it had a lot more plastic on the bottom, so it looked a little bit awkward for doing this. But the other models were kind of like the same design, so this one's kind of like in between, and it feels really nice in the hand. So we'll go ahead and draw it back, and we'll check the first poundage on here. I'm going to reset it. There it goes. bring it back. And always make sure you point in a safe direction. Always remember that. Very nice. Very nice. So it gives you the reading. It gives you, this one is at 45, and the max I think it read was 45.7. So it's pretty good. It's, I'm gonna put that up there, or actually just reset it, but so you can see that it gives you two different readings, the hold and the max. So that's one thing I liked about this one. It was actually pretty cool. And it feels good when you draw back. Like I said, it feels like a thumb release. When you pull back, when you draw back and you're anchored, it feels very nice. So it feels natural and it gives you a nice reading. So that'll work out pretty good. I think if you get one, I'm pretty much an amateur. I don't have a shop or anything like that. So I'm not going to be using this thing like constantly, various times or, multiple times a day. So for what it is, and to use it now and then to test a friend's bow or whatever, or if I want to, up my draw weight, or maybe, bring the poundage, the draw weight down, whatever it is, you can check it with this once in a while and don't have to go into a shop, and take the time to have to go into a shop and do that just for something so basic, when you could just pay $12 and work between 8 and 60 if you want, or 90 if you want to go with the higher end, which I don't think I would recommend. My personal opinion is that the bulkier one, the one that was more expensive, was a lot bulkier down here, and it seems like it's more for definitely more for weighing luggage and stuff like that, and it was a lot bulkier. So this one has a nice curve to it, and a nice feel, very nice feel when you draw back. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the first review. I got this thing in. By the way, I'm a little bit dressed up. Yeah, I know. Rick doesn't wear camo. I know. I had an appointment with the dentist today, so when I got back, I had the package waiting, so I was like, I'm not going to change into camo just for, for doing this review. I do have boots on, though. Country feel. So thanks for joining me, guys. Hope to see you guys in the next review. Make sure to look me up on Instagram as well. You can see the smaller videos there, and I'll let you know there when I'm posting. This video is going to go to YouTube. This video is going to go to YouTube, so make sure that you guys, follow me on both, on Instagram and on YouTube. All right? Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed.